for the iStat, not the one with the controls. So for the normal test, we will first start with turning on the device by pressing this button. Okay, it will be as easy as this. When we turn on the device, we have two options. The first option is for us to check our last result, and the second option is for us to start a new test. So we press on 2, the iStat cartridge. Once you press it, it will ask you to scan or enter the operator ID, the one who is doing the test. If you want to do that, you can simply do that, or you can press enter to skip this part. And then it will ask you to scan or enter the patient ID. Once you do that, the result will be saved with the patient ID. If you want for the history or anything, you can save it, or you can skip that part by pressing enter. Then it will ask you to scan the cartridge lot number. So each cartridge we use, either this one or other, it has a barcode as small as this. And every time we have to do a test, we have to scan it so the device knows which cartridge you are using. And here's the button scan. And when you press it, it will just appear red laser. So it will be as simple as holding the button scan against this barcode. Now the device read exactly what we need to do. Okay? So we'll have our device ready. Here it will ask you to insert the cartridge now. Okay? So for the cartridge, we always try to hold it from the sides and open it. Okay, because from the middle it has a small button like this. We don't want to break it, so we always try to hold it from the sides. Now we don't have a blood sample, but if you do, you'll always take it with a needle or something. So the needle.
It's not like point of care.
No. You don't want it. It'll be harder for you to pinch and to put, and it will not fill. You'll have to fill it, not with lots of blood. You see the arrow?
Yeah.
You'll have to fill it until the arrow. So that's a maximum of 3 drops.
Yeah.
But you just, with the needle, the first thing you do, and we need to make sure that this happens, that the blood sample we will take from the patient should be fresh. So within 2 minutes, we have to take the blood sample and insert it here. Because after even 1 minute, the blood will start clotting, and as I told you, it's too sensitive. Maybe the results shall appear, but it will be, maybe there will be some error, or maybe the device will show you that error cartridge. So we will have our device ready for the cartridge. Then we will bring the blood sample within 1 minute from the patient. We'll have our needle with us. We'll shake the needle twice to make sure that there are no bubbles, no clotting, nothing. We'll drop 2 drops outside, just to make sure as well that there is no clotting at all. Just as simple as that. Then we'll insert the needle here. You can see on each cartridge you will find a small hole like this, where you can insert the needle easily, and just push and insert, fill it with blood. There's the arrow that we need to fill it until. Okay, just simple. And once it's full, it will show a small bubble on here. Once the small bubble is there, you know that you're working perfectly. Then we will close the cartridge like this. Once we hear it, that's all. And we will insert it here. Our device then shall start with the test. Okay, so once you insert it, the device tells you that cartridge locked. Okay, cartridge locked. So in case of anything, any error, you put the wrong cartridge, wrong blood, wrong anything, just leave the device like this until it's done, until it tells you to remove the cartridge. Because if you try to remove the cartridge while it's locked, it will damage the device and we'll have to fix it. It'll be a long story. So it has pins locking on the cartridge right now. It'll just take you exactly 120 seconds, 1 minute for the calibrating and the other for the test. And then we are done. So as simple as that. Does anyone have any question?
Can it calibrate before inserting the cartridge?
No, it's actually calibrating right now.
No, it's automatically will calibrate once we insert the cartridge, or
Yes.
we can calibrate so we can save time.
It's automatically calibrated. No, you can't, because it's automatically calibrated. Yeah.
Once you insert the cartridge only, it will be calibrated.
It will take 1 minute for the calibration, 1 minute for the test. That's all. You can't have any test faster than 1 minute. So again, we will just repeat for the blood sample that we will take from the patient. It has to be fresh and put in the cartridge within 1 minute. For the cartridges, the whole box should stay inside the fridge. Okay, if you are going to use one test, you'll take one cartridge outside the fridge, 5 minutes at least, then you can use it. But you have to wait at least 5 minutes because it will be cold and the device will give you error if it's still cold. So the storage is simple, just to leave it in the fridge and if you take it outside, that's the expiry date for the cartridges. But if you prefer to take it outside and just leave it there, you have here that tells you that there's 2 months until it gets expired outside the fridge. So you can leave this box outside the fridge, but only 2 months and it will be expired. For the rest of the cartridges, it depends. Some of them are 14 days and then it will be expired. So basically, it's better to leave it inside the fridge until you know how many tests you're going to use, and then you will take it outside.
Is it available in the store? You supplied it?
Which?
This candles?
Cartridge.
This, yeah, I sent, yes, they'll arrive tomorrow.
2 months.
Troponin, I guess this one, 2, and 1 for the blood gases as well. Okay.
تبع الساعة box outside. When you take the box outside the fridge, example 12 o'clock. From 12 o'clock until 1 o'clock, any cartridge you will take it, you have to wait also 5 minutes. Because still the cartridge called each other.
Yeah, it'll be next to each other, so it's all be cold. So if you're going to take the whole box, you have to wait 1 hour before you use each of the cartridges.
So what you will do, take the box outside, and take 3, 4, 5 cartridges, put it outside of the box. Because after 5 minutes, this is 4, 5 cartridges you can use that. And if you take the cartridge outside of the fridge, you can retain back.
It can't or it can?
You can't. As if you take it outside,
It's take outside means outside the box. I mean.
yeah, the box or cartridge, take it outside the fridge, you can't retain back to the fridge.
Yeah, once it's waited 5 minutes or 10 minutes or more than that outside the fridge, you can place it back as it will just cause error of it. So just leave it. It has 2 months already. There you go. Now the test appears that it tells you that sample position short of fill mark because we didn't fill it with anything. So that's how it will show you. Use another cartridge. Then it will ask you to. They'll have only one option. That's test options. You'll press on it. It will ask you to remove the cartridge. Now we can remove our cartridge, okay? Now let's say you have the device in your hand and you need a sample that was taken a week ago, okay? We will press on menu, then we will press on data review, that's number 2, and then number 7, list. That will show you the history of the device and each and every test that was taken. So if you want to see the result and all the results, you can check it here and scroll in the pages with this arrows. You can scroll with those. And then you can print any test you have. Yes, that'll be all for the cartridges. If anyone has any questions, please let me know.
They will do the control or the
Controls, shall we do?
Start control?
Shall we start with the control
Sure,
sample?
no problem. It's okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are doing the camera work, so it's fine.
Pause it.